I was wandering around town after my coffee this morning, and I came across a little sign that said there was a little riverfront park. So we're gonna go and check it out. And I bet that in the springtime, that river is ripping. There was a little marker leading up to the river that showed the different levels of water that it can get up to. And where we were just standing would have been well below water. But that thing is cold and ripping in March and April. Oh, that was a nice little river walk. I only did part of it. And on my way back, I ran into one of the negatives that you run into in these small mountain towns, and that is outside money. I was walking back and ran into this guy, and you could tell from the way he was dressed and his attitude that he's not from here. He definitely didn't make his money ranching. Most people who have money around these areas either got it from ranching or from selling weed. I could tell he was from either Denver or possibly even just out of state. And he was going on and on about how he was up in Ouray and Ridgeway and saying, "Oh, I never paid for a drink. The girls there really like me." And then he proceeded to shove his Rolex in my face. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. In tourist towns, that might impress people. Not the locals, but other tourists you might be able to impress with that. And I don't know what it is about people with Rolexes, but they always are just shoving it in your face. I guess it's something that you can wear on you that shows your wealth, and you can show it off to people if you're of that attitude. I had a boss when I first got out of college, and the things he said to show off his success, even to his employees, the people that he's making his money off of. One time we're hanging out in the office. I forget what brought this conversation up, but he said, "Oh, you work hard enough, and one day you'll be able to afford one of these." And he shoved his Rolex in everyone's face. Just comical behavior. He was from California, so it's not that big of a surprise he has that attitude. So when he said that, I asked him, "Hey, what time is it?" And he said, "Oh, 9:53. So I pulled my phone out and said, "Oh, weird. My phone says the exact same thing." I don't know. I never understood that mentality of some people, the show-offness. I think it's a unhealthy attitude. I feel like I feel like when people have that attitude of showing off their wealth and they're a material person, you just pray they die at an age when they're still a material person. Because I feel like when you're a material person like that, you're just ready for a crash when you are confronted with something that has nothing to do with materiality. You know, you get sick, family member gets sick, something like that money has nothing to do with. Confronted with a life difficulty that money can't solve. I feel like you're just have yourself all set up for a massive crisis in your worldview when you have that attitude.